I have with me again tonight my resident expert, Dr. Roger Berry, who is an emeritus professor of the University of Cincinnati. And Roger not only knows planning and traffic and new urbanism, but he also lives downtown. So Roger, tonight let's focus on the numbers of safety. Can we specifically show data that shows that the bayfront connectivity will improve the safety to life and limb?
What a beautiful place. Notice that US 41 runs along the bayfront, separating the downtown from the bay, and of course this is the focus of our interest in particular. And here's a typical urban intersection. Notice the potential points of conflict for cars and pedestrians. This is why the interstate highway system was so successful. They eliminated intersections. And so let's go to the next slide when we're interested in intersection crashes. Boy, when you look at the stats, there's 1 fatality at intersections every hour in the United States, 2 injury crashes every minute, and 5 crashes every minute. I mean, this is really quite phenomenal. If you go to the next slide, you see that each year we have more than 1.8 million intersection crashes that occur in this country. So, with that, let's talk about safety. Each 4-way stop intersection has 32 points of potential conflict for diverging, merging, and crossing traffic, while crossing a roundabout has only 8. The vehicle conflict points are what we're interested in. Note, look closer, the red shows that there are 16 potential points of crossing traffic in a regular intersection. If you go to the next slide, you'll see what we're talking about roundabouts, and we've been talking about the close, and there are no crossing points of traffic compared to the 16 crossing points at a regular intersection. This is inherently safer. It's also safer for pedestrians. The traditional intersection, you have to look all 4 ways for traffic. At the roundabout, if you're walking across one of the legs of the roundabout, you need to look 2 ways, and you've got a chance to get across. And of course, one of the things that's kind of in Sarasota is red lights. Red light running is a very real problem in Sarasota. Sarasota definitely has an intersection safety problem on US 41. This is a serious issue both in Sarasota and across the country. So, even roundabouts, so what happens? According to the Insurance Institute of the Highway Safety, based on previous experience where intersections have been converted to roundabouts, there have been highly significant crash reductions. A 40% reduction on all crashes, 76% in injury crashes, and a 90% reduction in fatal crashes. Using the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety figures, roundabouts have the potential to save motorists hundreds of thousands of injury crashes and thousands of deaths. Research sponsored in the 2005 annual National Roundabout Conference, sponsored by the Transportation Research Board of the National Academy, demonstrates the significant reduction in the number of accidents after roundabouts were installed at selected traditional intersections. One of the things, of course, also is speed. Roundabouts slow speed, and this graphic relates to vehicular speed and to the percentage of chance of death of a pedestrian. Notice how the chance of death increases to almost 90% at a 40-mile-an-hour impact speed. Emphasizes the importance of lower speed for a safer pedestrian environment. So why is this project a good idea? Well, for several reasons. It's safer, there are fewer and less accidents, fewer injuries, fewer severe injuries. It's quicker. Time saved from waiting on traffic lights puts cars significantly further down the road, even at slower speeds. It's quieter, there's noise reduction due to slower traffic. It's cleaner, there's less carbon emission from standing traffic. It's greener, less use of fuel waiting for traffic lights, and it's cheaper. It costs less to maintain the traffic lights. For the electricity, you can run them even in a hurricane because you don't have to worry if you have electricity. Just to review quickly, putting in a roundabout brings crash rates down by 35%. Let's go to the next slide. The severe injury rates drop by 76%. And the third slide, Travel speeds generally are reduced by traffic calming. In almost all cases, the total number of crashes is reduced. And more importantly, the number of severe injuries are reduced by roundabouts. So this is what's proposed, is to reconnect the downtown to neighborhoods, the cultural district to waterfront, using the efficient and safest means, develop an action plan that guides the design and construction improvement, and they have two phases, short-term and long-term. People involved, well, the geographic scope is between 14th Street to the north and Osprey Avenue to the south. The other aspect of this is that this will have significant implications for the entire city.